Hello, this is Calvin. I'm a carpenter and these are my bees. Today, it's the first day of good clear weather out here in Kentucky. As you can see, there's not a cloud in the sky out here. It's 67 degrees. First time it's been that warm this year, all year long. Next week, it's February 28th. So next week, we're supposed to get a cold spell coming running through here. Supposed to go back down into the 50s and lows in the 30s. So today, let's go through here and see what we got inside. Let's see if we have to replace. I got some pollen patties there and some Hive fondant. We'll see if we need to get them fed for another couple of weeks. Spring does not feel like it's even though today feels great, spring is not even near close to being here. I'd like to get in here and see some brood, but we'll see what goes on there. I actually got the smoker running today. I'm still not going to go gloveless. For some reason, I don't like getting bee stings, so I'm not going to be brave and get that going. So let me suit up here. Get my clothes on. I do have another suit. It's Comfort Pro. It's a nice little suit. Really like it. The zipper came off of it, and so they sent me a new zipper, and I just haven't had Jess be able to put a new zipper onto it yet. So we'll see how soon it does, or maybe I'll try and get it. It's supposed to be pretty simple, but as much as I know about carpentry is how little I know about sewing. So I usually leave that all to Jess or Diane to do. Mainly Jess, she's multi-talented. Okay, let's check this. Remember, these three hives aren't doing anything. So I'll take you, move the stand over and put you in front of it. Let's see. Really interesting getting into number 10 hive over here. Let's see what they look like. But I'll try and get into a couple of them to see what they're all doing. The bees don't seem to be awful cranky this morning, but tell you what, nobody ever wants to get stung. Well, maybe some people, but not this people. Getting a new camera. Not a new camera. We have a new stand. That one, if you remember that one, decided to break on me right in the when I was doing that one a couple of weeks ago. So I went out and bought another one. Still haven't found out how to use it. It's a little weak, but we'll see. Argue with me already. The smoker hadn't been used in a year, so. Okay, close enough. Hopefully we don't have to use it, huh? Looking good. No queen on the inside of the, barely any bees up here, really. Even though they're doing pretty good in here. Look at, I put that other fondant on, put this one on, they're doing pretty good on that, and doing pretty good on this. Let's squirt some of this stuff off and see what they're doing. They're not really on that one. Let's see, they are on this though. This is not Hive, this is the Hilco brand. They're all over that. I think I'm pretty good about leaving this on over here. But let's see what we got over here. Boy, they're not really getting into the pollen patties though. That's surprising. I thought by now they would really getting into it. But then again, I really haven't seen, with this cold weather we've had, I really haven't seen too many bees coming in with pollen on them. Especially, I believe it's red maple out here. Not really, unfortunately, familiar with the everything that goes on. Oh, look at that, nice killed a bee. Great. So let's give them a little bit of smoke. They don't look too pissy, but you know, These are bees. They do like to. Let's go from the outside first, is what I always say. A lot of times in the middle of summer, I will go from the middle, but you gotta be very careful when you're doing that. You don't really want to squish a queen. And I can already tell they've glued this thing to the side. Look at that. Now that's a honey frame. Problem is, with a honey frame like this, you never know if it was the feeding that we fed them last year, or was it the end of the year's food that we fed them. But this one's feed. That's pretty heavy. Boy, they don't need feeding. No wonder they're not getting on the fondant very much. Last year, when I got into the 4 that I brung out here early, they look at that little bit of brood on the second one. That's pretty good. Now, let's test my eyeballs. First of all, you got to push up the glasses on your nose. Without it, you never see. Just a little bit of brood. I see eggs in there, so it looks like we got a queen. You can see that in here, but it's just a small patch of brood. Doesn't seem to be any brood on the next one, though. And I did see a few eggs. I wonder if it's more down into the bottom that they're at. Up here is more. Well, maybe this is laid up. Maybe we can get lucky. There's eggs in every single one of these frames. Well, not every single one. There's eggs pretty much all the way down through here. Would be nice to see the queen. She should have, I believe last year was a blue dot. Should have, there's, oh, no. Oh my God, can you believe that? A red dot? Red dot queen right there. She looks a little small. She's laying beautiful. She's a little thin. Not fault her for that. Ain't one that can get through the winter this year. I am very happy with that. I don't know how big it goes down, but to see a marked queen, they didn't replace her. So I'm right. If I remember right, last year was red, and if it was red, then that's one of Jess's queens that she had. A little small. Watch out, young ladies. This box has been through some ringers. Okay. Looks like I have brood right here, so let's make it easy. How's that? I'll come up and get him. They look like they got plenty of stores, so I'm going to just put this on anywhere. Don't have to. That's it. Looking good. This over here. That is how fast you can go through a hive this time of year. Still makes you wonder what's in the bottom box, doesn't it? Bet you're wondering that. Let's go back. Since they're not doing the pollen patties, I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to be getting into it. This next one here looks like I deemed it as a dead out. So let me just peek. Yeah. So let me move on to that one right there. And remember, when you're setting up your hives, to always leave enough room to where you can crawl between them. For some reason, I don't know how to do that. Something with a measuring tape or something.
hard to... Well, this is number 10, isn't it? Yeah, this is my strong hive, I believe. Let's hope that they're not pissing. Oh, this is the way I wish all of them looked, don't you? No queen on that. Let's just leave her. They are going through the beef on it pretty good. This is another Helco one. I don't know if I like this one or if I like Hive better. I believe the Hive one is down here a little bit more. The temperatures are supposed to be in the 70s next week, but then that says raining all week. So at what point do you believe them that it's going to rain? And what point do you say, it's not going to rain? Just, oh my gosh. How do you get an old man down there to pick that up? Oh. I don't like wearing gloves.
Tell you the truth,
They haven't been buzzing me. I might just go for broke. It's gonna be fun to watch. These are always temperamental. Everybody told you these pollen patties were easy to put on. You're probably lying. This glued down pretty good. I wonder if they glued down the plastic ones I got. Plastic frames I got. I'm going to put another beef patty. Put another beef patty on this one too. Just because. Put it up this way here. Built up over here, where I hate to pull that one out because the that's in my head, not so bad. But that one over there, last one we just went to, I can tell you if there's nothing in the bottom, we are a good month away from doing any splits, at least. That would be probably the end of March, start of April. But if the queen really catches and goes, you'd be surprised how fast they can lay. Nice and easy. That's a good honey frame. It's got honey on both sides. I wouldn't even think I really need to feed these at all. Like, would you rather get stung or would you rather look like a fumbling idiot? Look at that frame. Once again, let's pretend I don't have glasses. Trying to look in here. They're polishing the cells. I don't see any eggs. But you never know. Oh, it's pollen. Eggs that I could see. Remember, I thought I just killed the bee too. Edit that out, Jess. Up. Look at the brood on this, and there's the queen, blue. She's a bluey. You see her? So that means red, I think, is 2 years ago. Probably one of our swarm queens we grabbed last year. She does not want to be, and she's not really that fat either. Stay in there. Where'd you go? There she is. Well, that's good. She's got quite a bit of brood going on. Can you see it, or am I can't see her? She's right there. Looks like they're just covering up that brood. She's got a bigger brood pattern than the other one did. Oh, let's look and see what they're doing over there. She's doing good on this one. Well, I tell you, it feels really good to get back into the bees again. I'm already missing California. Not for every reason, but just for bees. Even though she has little things, she's got eggs. Every egg's in here. You can't really see it, but she's got this. She's got all this laid up right here. So I'm going to put them back together and know that she's doing pretty good. She's got a good population in here, and it looks like they are down below too. I wonder if she's got any brood below. Usually this time of year, I don't believe they would have too much. Did I not put the... Who was yelling at me? Don't forget the last frame. My Alzheimer's, people. Alzheimer's. Yeah, it slides right down in there. Look at that. And then you scoot off a lot of that comb there. Let's put this back together. Watch out, girls. And brood is right there, so let's put the pollen patty right over that. Sugar back. I really want it. Tell you, I know they don't really need the sugar. Don't really need the feed. Looks like they got enough feed to last them a while. But I am going to give them a new pollen patty. Just throw that in there like that. Make them work for it. As expensive as this stuff is, you get every little bit out of there. I want to give them as much as they want to take in as they can. Lid back on, and put on a big hive. It's really all you need. I would love to get down into the bottom, but I really didn't really need to. Once you see eggs and once you see eggs and you see brood in there, mainly the eggs, but once you see the queen, your victory is there. You really have won the winter battle, which is why we're all here. Okay, next. This hive's getting bigger. Nothing on the top really. Still another fondant that they really haven't eaten through. Makes you wonder, do they have enough stores down below really get them through, and then they're not really that starved for feeding, which is nice, which means we fed them pretty good last year. And we fed them pretty good last year to get them out here. I started early with them, and we started early and got them all prepared. It pretty much had 2 boxes full of two boxes full of honey. Now this one's nothing in that one. So why they're not eating much, I don't know. Let's look down further. This one's not really anything. This one. And this one has bees on it. Let's see. Oh, there's a nice brood on there. Let's look for eggs. Sorry, my friends, I have to look a little bit different than normal. Okay, I see eggs in this one. Oh, and there she is. She does not have a mark on here. Can you see her? Right up at the top of the frame, all black one. She does not have a mark, which means they might have requeened sometime. But there's eggs in here, so she is laying. And there's not much, just 2 small patches of brood. So let's put them back together. That's one. What number do I have on the front of this one? It's number 6, or upside down 9. For this one, I really don't know. We marked all our queens before we brought them out, if I remember right. Jess will correct me if I'm wrong. So it makes me wonder why we don't have one that's marked in this one. But if it, that means I'd rather requeen it, to tell you the truth, than I would take the chance that it was. Because we brought them out here, we requeened them in last. Jess, help me out here. We requeened them in June, July, around there. Queened most of these. So if they requeened themselves, it would have been a last year split. I would hope that if they requeen themselves with a new queen, they would have done better than that with them than they did. So, and she did look pretty skinny, but she was pretty long. So, let's see, we'll give her a chance. Plan on requeening everything anyway, so. If we try and do that every year, this year might be a little bit harder because Jess isn't out here yet. If Jess isn't out here, then it might be too busy to. It's like working one day a week for the farm. It's like a half a day out here. Another one. This is the one with the hive alive. But see, they've taken the Hilco pretty good, but not the hive alive. But I could be wrong. But they've taken both of them pretty good. I don't really have much left in that one either. And then they've taken quite a bit of the pollen patty. So let's give it a little bit of smoke. Dig into them a little bit. I bet the brood is right here is what it looks like. Take this one out. Take this off. Brood. Nice. Why don't you girls do that? Easy to bust them loose. Must be a nice warm inside. Looks like they've been working this. There's not much nectar on that one left. And barely any on that, but there is some in there, so that's good. Look at, they've taken more. This one's more honey than anything. Yeah, that's a full frame of honey right there. Oh, so is that one. Oh, so is that one. Boy, they don't need any feed. They'll be just fine. Problem is, I don't see any brood. I think the brood's probably on this next one, not this one, but the next one. Maybe on this one on the back on the far side. Secondary, I thought it was a queen cap. This is pollen. Looks like they have new pollen in here too. Just a few glasses. Make sure there's not. Oh, there's eggs in every one of these. Okay. There's eggs all through this right here. Back side. On this side, there's nothing. So, like I thought, the queen's probably going to be on this one. Or come back a little bit. Oh, look at that. Okay. So she's expanding her nest. A nice little nest here. She just pushed it over to the other one. And this one, I don't see her. I think you would at this one. I see eggs in there. Just a little bit on the outside. Yeah, I don't see her on that one. I don't even see any eggs. Anything. Like polishing it, and that's about it. Let's take a quick look. Struck out on this one, huh? Yeah, this is more of a honey frame. They definitely have enough stores in here. Let's push them back together. There is eggs, so she has been here, so. And they're nice and calm. Let's put them back together and call it good. Boy, we're still another month away. I know I probably repeat myself on that, but I was sort of hoping to get moving on these things. What do you think I should do with them? Can you just throw in the rest? I'm not really having a hive beetle. I haven't seen one hive beetle, so I'll cross my fingers on that one. Here up here. I'm used to warmer weather. Usually this time, if I put a pollen patty on in January, those bees are just busting through. February. This is a, yeah, it looks like they're robbing this one out here. Okay, next. The one we call our Harry Potter. It's got a nice little crack down the inside of it. That was a swarm we caught 2 years ago. And I think we've requeened it every year, so it's been going on for a couple of years now. Pretty good when all the boxes have individual characteristics that you can figure them out. Boy, they haven't taken any of the pollen patty. Maybe not that much. Let's look and see what's going on in this one. Taking the fondant pretty good. Really good. And once again, see, when you put the feeders in here, still leaves a gap over here, but if you move it over here, then they like to build down here. Sometimes they're irritating. But feed to grow. Looks like the brood will be right here. If you want them to grow big, you gotta feed them. Lots of bees. Everybody wants lots of bees. Splits are good. Oh, they're polished already, but I don't see any eggs in them. might have not had a queen going in. They're just residential, but they don't look mean. Oh, there she is. Blue dot right in the center. Looks to me like they're just now starting. She's got a few eggs in there. Not many. She might not. She might not make the grade coming out. Keep an eye on her. Stuff I put in there, oh, is she right there? Stuff I put in here on her, she should be growing a lot bigger than that. I know it's been cold, but grow, baby, grow. Can't grow. Off with the head. I didn't say that live, did I? Such a ruthless beekeeper. You have to be. You can't baby your bees, guys. I don't mind babying a few of them, but if they're not gonna make it, they're not gonna make it. It's not gonna help throw in money or fondant or stuff on it. That's what I mean about you want them to grow. And if they're gonna grow, you can turn one hive into 6 hives easily. Look at this hive. That number 10 hive over there. It's, you know, we get going. I could pull splits on that all year long. Do some walkaway splits. If you don't know how to do your own queens, do walkaway splits. Or wait until they're just about ready to swarm, and you go in there and you find your swarm cells, and you. This one's not looking very good either. You find your swarm cells in there, and you. Very little out of this one. You find your swarm cells in there, split them up, and put them on new in a 5-frame box. I don't have any 5-frame boxes out here, but it's nice and hard. I hardly see any bees in here at all, so let's go from the middle and see what we got. Probably why they're in a single frame. Conditions of all my bees. That's one reason why I don't like moving salt honey. There'd be one egg. Right? There we go. Not as much brood as the next one. They're just starting. She was laying a month ago. Let's see if I can see any eggs. Looks like they have some hatching. This is it. She should be on here. Well, she didn't die. Well, there's a few eggs in there. Not very many. Of course, it's a small hive. Probably, you want me to guess, there's probably a good 1 frame of bees in all of this. I don't have much hope in this one. Still continue to feed. So, hold on there. I already gave it to you. Means you're already committed to it. Don't always have to be so ruthless. And sometimes these little ones surprise you. She might have just thought she was going to bask in the California sun the whole time of her life. And came out here and it's a whole different ball. The lids are sold all our good lids. We got all these old ones, the prototypes that we have. Started making them out of HDO a couple of years ago. I sold all those with my hives, and sold all those with my hives. I'll come out here, set up a wood shop, and build some more, some hives and some bottoms. I'll do a video on those and why we do what we do. So it's the same. Doesn't seem to be too much going on in this one. One frame of bees. A couple of French bees. They look a little irritated at me here. Girls can be managed. Oh, you want more boys. Downstairs looks very busy. Let's see. There's just downstairs still. Oh, that's a medium. That's why. Yeah, they're downstairs. I'm going to leave them alone. That was a medium. No wonder it's so short. Getting a head start on that. Yeah, it's all honey up here. Up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 frames. Scoot it together a little bit. This is the one I thought was missing a frame, but my mediums only have 9 frames in them, so since they're eating this, I'm going to give it to them. I don't see any brood in here, so I think it looks busiest right in here down below, so just haven't moved up yet. Why move up? Why take that lid? And there's another lid right here that's specially for it. Next one, they probably get the warmth from the wall behind us too. Oh, this one, they're almost out of pollen out of here. That's nice. And feed. Also, I got a hive alive. Huh. I know I've said that about 6 times, but you know what? I didn't. I thought I had, when I first put them on, I thought I had enough hive alive to do all the patties, unless I burned through them, but you guys been with me the whole time, so that's honey. And honey. I'm not going to sing for you, that'd be horrible. I'd lose viewers real quick. Unless you want me to. If you want me to, just leave it in the comments and I'll sing. What the heck? I don't know how to sing. I don't know any songs. And also I got to say, ooh, I forgot something. That's heavy. Polishing this up pretty good. Scrape my glasses on. And let's see any. Oh yeah, got milk brood in there. Just a little. Let's see what we Is this 2 boxes? Should still be down below. Too much honey up here to... No eggs, but man, they look like they're ready to come up. Nothing. And the next one's nothing but honey. So either they got nothing or they're still down in the bottom of the box and they haven't moved up yet. This is where they say you can move the it seems like you got a box expanded in the middle that doesn't quite fit the frames anymore. So you drop it in there thinking it's going to hold, and it drops down below. Oh, come on. Come on. And everything's so sticky. This is where, if it's maybe if it was a month from now and they haven't done that, I'd have got down to the bottom and seen what's really going on in this one. But I believe that if the population looks good down below, it looks like a full frame of bees down there. I mean, they got bees down there from here to here. That doesn't mean we have a queen. That just means we have bees. Sort of like to see a queen. But why the other one's moved up and this one hasn't, I don't know. Well, this whole box got replaced. But you bring the bottom box up, and you put it on top, and you move the empty box like this down below, and the bees will rearrange themselves to work on the top box because they like the warm weather, like the warm box. Looks like the majority of the bees are right here, so I'm gonna go grab a pollen penny. Hey, everything in the bees just goes by too quick. Forget what you did. Forget how many you put in. They took five of each. 5 pollen patties and 5 fondants, thinking if I got lucky I'd put them on, but nope. Same thing. Boy, they didn't polish that down. Put that down. So, what does that mean? They haven't gone through this. What they have, look at that. Really gone through it. Quite a bit of it, anyways. Pollen pad. That. Yeah. Give it a B. Bee. Funny man. Let's pull out this one here. Bees look like they're from here to here. So I'm thinking this is probably all honey or pollen. Probably just honey. Yeah, just honey. Oh, lousy frame. Build out on that one, probably stole the wax off of it. Moved it around. So I have to re-wax some frames this year. Oh, they got, is that pollen or is that? Oh, that's pollen. Okay. Dang, that's heavy. We had that honey last year. Didn't
hardly pulled any honey off of these last year. I pulled like, what, 60 to 80 pounds off of that. And that went to friends and family. Sprinkled it around out here. That's good. That's good brood right here. See it? Only get a second to look, and then it's my turn. Oh, you got a bee coming out right here. Got a bee hatching, right? Or hatching, emerging. Got to be emerging. They probably won't merge. They look like they.
Looks like they're just camped about a week or so on these.
So, does that mean she started over here? Worked? Let's sneak a peek over here. Nothing but. I don't see hers, probably in the bottom of the box.
Small patch brood right there. And actually I see some eggs in that. Eggs and larvae.
Good. Any luck? Split fool here pretty soon. Put this in with the other, in line with the other one, because this time of year these hives don't want. Maybe if I stood up. Carpenter back says no, don't stand up. Just get down on your knees and beg for mercy. Let's see, right there. It's got enough storage right now. I'm not worried about feed. So let's put that right there. Put this over, and just like that, we've gone through how many? One more, and then I can set up. Lids bigger to fit all this stuff. Get a bad lid like there, a bad box. This and there we go. You get a bad lid like a box like this. It's coming apart at the seams. That's a song too, huh?
Yeah, I hardly ever had to use. I didn't hardly have to use the smoker at all. I could probably do it next time I do it.
No, next week it's probably sunny. It's going to be 70 degrees next week, but it's going to be raining. So if I do this, oh man, I like that. Good. Wish they were just overflowing in this. I smell good too. So this is the first one I really need feed on. Not really taking the phone or the. One thing I noticed, the bees aren't really taking the patty, but they're eating the phone out. There's nothing on this frame here. It's practically empty.
Playing on it. That's a good sign.
See what we got. I might get a little bit of nectar on that one. I don't see any new nectar. There's a slight smell in this, like something's going on. Oh, there's the queen right there. And not marked. Well, she's a nice looking one too. She's a nice fatty.
Smell it. Smells good until I opened up. I wonder if there's stuff left in here. Okay, that's good. She's in. I don't know what we wanted to send her. This thing still had left over from last year. Take it. Oh yeah, that's what it smells. Crap up here. Silver. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now that tells me that, well, you know what? I'll probably just dump this out. Yep, nothing like sour feed. That's where you don't feed it. I just didn't take it out, just a little bit on the bottom. I don't really have much food on them. So I'm going to, let's take the bag off of it. Put this around, give them a little bit. I squish the bees, is that what it is? You're a responsible beekeeper, I know. I don't like about these pollen fairies. When I used to do this, I made my own with a sugar and water, this and that in there. I can't remember the recipe I used to do. And I put it in with wax paper. I didn't have the plastic. It's more like this, you know. And as much as I like this stuff and what they have in it, I don't like the mess that it creates after, because I mean, who brings garbage bags to their beehive, right? Not too many people. So it's, you get these things and then they start laying over, and if the wind's kicking up, then you got I'm gonna go get another one. It looks like a good one, so I don't mind feeding it. Look, I'm gloveless. I think I'll go gloveless the rest of the video. This is the way I do it. I take the whole thing off. You see how they cut into it like that and all that. I don't know. When I did the fondant before, I just put the patty on there. I just did it be in midair. I don't know if that's good or not. Good for me. See a thing. But I used to just put the patty on there, and I didn't see anybody complaining about it. No bees did a protest. I didn't have Queen come out and say, "Hey, look, dude, tired of the way you're doing pollen patties." But now that they have the Hive Alive liquid, you could make a good pollen patty yourself, and you can make a good pollen patty yourself and not have all this plastic laying around. Or it is easier to buy the it's a lot easier to buy the pollen patties, and they're nice, they're consistent, you know, they don't dry out or anything. So it's your choice. I just like to know what goes in my stuff. Yeah, as you can see, we have a lot of successes in our yard. We have a couple of them that aren't going to do so well. You don't know if they're going to make it or not. But it is what it is. Beekeeping is all about mitigating your losses and patting yourself on the back for the successes. And I've learned over the years that bees are going to do what the bees do. You can go help them as much as you want. You can baby them as much as you want. But they will do what they want. If they're going to make it, they're going to make it. You can baby some and get them through, but if you got a really strong hive and you want to requeen the hive, then requeen it. There's nothing that says you shouldn't requeen. There's nothing that says that you're required to keep that queen until the end of days. If she's not doing it for you, replace her. There's people out there that sell queens. They sell good queens. And there's, you can do walkaways. I'll do a couple of walkaways with you this year to get it in. We'll also do a couple of them to where I try and graft myself, and I'm not a grafting person. That's more Jess's field. So if she comes out here, we'll definitely do a grafting one on there. Instead, let's do one where I get it, and I'll do 35 grafts and get 3, and I'll go, oh my God, that's 3 more than I had when I started. And that's the way you got to look at it. And then I remember when I first started out, we had I caught 2 swarms within 2 weeks from starting out, and oh my God, after about 2 weeks of going in once a week, I said I need 7 hives, because if you have 7 hives, you can go 1 in every day, and if you can go in every day, it just gets you pumped. But you'll never go in one day, because you'll never just do 1 in one day and then come back, because if you're like me, the fever catches you and you go through all 7 and you go, God dang it, how many do I need so that I can go through bees every day? And I don't know what that number was, but it was a lot easier for me back 6-7 years ago when I was young. But now I went through 12, and I'm feeling my winter couch sitting in 20-degree weather. But hey, that's all the water under the bridge. If you want to see something of what we're going to do over the next this year alone, like I said, we're going to try and build up as many bees as we can this year, just to see what we can. I got inferior stock, except for maybe 1 or 2 hives out there, which are doing very well. A couple of unmarked queens that I didn't expect, and a couple of marked queens, and a red queen out there that I don't remember. I don't even remember seeing that one out there. So she must have been doing good or hiding from us, and we didn't replace her. Or she's probably a swarm queen last year, and we marked her red. We'll do that. We mark all swarm queens pink, normally pink, but if I don't have a pink, I'll mark it red if it's not a red year. So if she was red, anyways, getting off track and going down rabbit holes. But hey, join us for this year. We're going to try and get as many bees as we can. Like I said earlier, we have a couple of landowners that want bees. I told them maybe not this year, maybe next year. But hey, if we get out to 20 hives, I don't know if this property can hold much more than 20 hives, but if we get up to 20 hives, I'll take them over to somebody else's property, and we'll show you how we can set up a yard and get going through there. Anyways, sign off here. Like I said, hit that subscribe button and get the notification on there. And we're trying to put one out a week. So if you have any comments, leave them in the comments below, and I'll answer them for you. Thank you.